If you like games such as Sims, Sims 1 Seasons, Sims Pets, Sims Open for Business, Sims Nightlife, Sims University, Sims 4 Cottage Living, and other similar games that give you a sense of control which otherwise you yearn for in your real life instead of utter chaos, and I just finished Unpacking and I need to talk about it. Never have I completed a game so fast. This game delivered exactly what I wanted, and the way they embedded the story into it is so good. Yes, it's OCD heaven and hell, which I'll get into in a little bit, but the fact that it takes essentially a very satisfying cleaning and organising game and then beautifully weaves it into the story makes it just that much better. It goes that bit further, using both sentimental and non-sentimental items, like a blue spatula, for example, that somehow lasted her an entire lifetime. Where is she buying her utensils? Loved piecing the story together, and I always looked forward to opening a new box to see what had made it to the next stage of her life. I was very sad when she kept this teddy though. This over the superior frog one. But you know, each their own and all that. I mean, Kermit doesn't seem to mind.
Sorry, I don't mind.
Whilst making this video, I observed she never got any cats. Would have loved to unpack a cat or two. Which conveniently brings me to the important topic of choice within this game. So naturally you have a certain amount of freedom of where you can put items. So you can shove everything away so it's not on the floor, and that's 7th level of hell atrocious but acceptable.
No! God, please, no! No!
Or you can group things, go as far as to colour code. You can arrange your cuddly toys so they look like they're having a cute little tea party, or that they're conspiring in the middle of the night to murder you. I'm glad they didn't go as far as to make a lot of the furniture movable, because I think that would have been too much. This is unpacking, not moving out. It limits you just the right amount so it's not overwhelming. It shows consideration to the majority of their demographic. Well, that's how I see it anyways. It would have taken away from that lo-fi chill beat girl feeling. And the movement is dependent on what level you're on. Level of hell, that is. I'm kidding, it wasn't that bad. This is where it was very interesting to me. There are instances in the game when you can't move something, even though you really, really want to. That goddamn dirty cereal bowl. But the mess has its purpose, so I can't even be mad at it. It's kind of clever because if you want to get philosophical, it could be representing not being able to control your environment. That part of the game was both the best and the worst, because you have to accommodate other people and what they do. It's house sharing 101. Respect each other's crap.
What's the big deal?
You took my property without asking!
You're so anally retentive.
And you don't understand boundaries!
Thank God it was a small portion of the game. And then I was able to shove all of my partner's fancy schmancy clothes into a drawer so that I could display all of my cheap t-shirts. Though I did rearrange the underwear via colour for them, which actually unlocked a reward. Oh god, I feel like I'm paying myself as an absolute control freak. I promise I'm not. So, getting back to what I was talking about, it takes a leaf out of the real world and reminds you to have a little bit of self-awareness. I like this detail, and I like how you accumulate things. Some stranger than others, no judgment, we've all been there. But in a weird turn of events, I noticed that it unexpectedly and quite often made me feel nostalgic and reminiscent of objects I haven't thought about in years. Like, I was asking myself questions like, do I still have that? If so, where did I put it? Did I get rid of it? Was that a mistake? I was actually looking around my room, so be warned, it may bring out some hoarder tendencies. And now lastly, I'd like to touch on the packing side of unpacking, and also congratulate anyone who's made it this far into the video. Raise your hand if you did, and I'll raise one back, and together we'll make a virtual high five. What am I saying? Oh right, the packing. It's a subtle point that I probably don't really need to mention, but I'm going to anyway. Part of me finds that the boxes are packed a little funny. The fact that you put the left shoe in one box and the right in the other, who packs this way? I got the ridiculous urge to reorganize her pre-sealed moving boxes, take a giant Sharpie and label each according for each room. Now, I'm being a little dramatic and it's not that big of a deal. Even though I just said what I just said, for game's sake, I think it's tons better mixing it all up. Let me explain. By spreading items miscellaneously through rooms, it adds to not knowing what you're going to pull out, but also extends the playtime because you have to go back through each room, rejig, etc, etc. And it highlights that some stuff is interchangeable. It can live in the bathroom or the bedroom. This is a good game aspect, however in real life I will continue to label my boxes. Tell me, do you pack this way? Is that not stressful? All in all, fantastic game. Highly recommend. Aces all round. Give me your best packing, unpacking, cleaning, or organising tips. And as the old saying goes, goodbye.
Baby, lock the door and turn